Welcome to the Walkabout for the Mubadala New York Sail Grand Prix. It is great to be back after a brief break. The press conference is just about to get underway, so I think I'm going to use the time to catch up with some of the athletes to find out what they've been up to. Let's go. They're just having breakfast, but we'll go have a chat. Back in New York is a pretty tough venue. You were here last year, Diego. What do you think we're in store for this weekend?
Yeah, we'll see. Forecast is a bit hard to predict still. We're having some nice training days now, and yeah, some interesting decision to be made with whether we are racing in the L foils or D foils, so we'll see.
It's been a pretty tough season for you so far, Eric, but are you guys finding a bit of momentum? You've been studying hard. What have you been up to in between other than getting married?
We did some moth tailing, some smaller foiling boards to train just partially what we need on the F50, and we try to put the puzzle together when we get back on the boat.
Awesome. And Diego, you guys won in San Francisco. Were you disappointed the momentum didn't keep going, or are you raring to go now?
Yeah, I mean, it's great also to have a little rest. No, we didn't have that for a while, and yeah, we are thrilled to give it everything this weekend.
You're at home. How good is it to be here?
It's really good to be here. I love New York City. It's like one of the best cities in the world, so it's really awesome to be here.
And the forecast is looking a little bit light and tricky, but I think that's going to suit you guys. What do you reckon, Anna?
Maybe. I mean, New York is a tricky venue with the current, and it's quite shifty and puffy, so I feel like it's going to be challenging for us and every team.
Yeah, it's certainly going to be hard. You guys have had a really up and down season, but that kind of last couple of weeks that you've had a little bit of time to breathe and reflect, what have you guys been up to?
Yeah, I mean, we've been working really, really hard behind the scenes as a team, and really coming together and talking about our biggest weaknesses and trying to work, look at the data, and we're on calls like 2 to 3 times a week, and just trying to do the best that we can off the water, so that when we come back to the water, we're ready to go.
Well, you're a bit over talking about it and you just want to do it now?
Yes.
You've also had a new signing as well since San Francisco. Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, we're happy to have Amazon on as a partner. It's so incredible to have more and more people supporting us and believing in us. So yeah, we're really stoked to have them, and yeah, the future's bright.
Awesome. We'll have a great weekend racing at home in front of home fans.
Thank you.
Thanks, Anna. All right, let's see who else. I mean, Ruji's deep in conversation, so we might leave him to it and head over. We're going to head over this way. Yeah, I'm going to chat to everyone. You can hang around if you want to say anything to Steve.
He's a superstar.
How are you both? Good to be back?
Yeah, lovely to be back. Sailing again.
Yeah, I was just saying to Anna, are you guys sick of talking about sailing now? You just want to actually go racing?
Yeah, it's been 2.5 months since I've been on the water. I can't wait to get out there.
And Tom, you guys have some massive news overnight just announced, and some news with the ship. Tell us about it.
Yeah, we've got a new title partner, Bond's Flying Ruse, and a new co-ownership with Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman. So, yeah, pretty big news.
You got the Bonds underwear. Is that like sort of everyone's got to wear it every time now?
I think we're all wearing it even before the partnership, actually. If you're an Aussie, you wear Bonds. So, yeah, I've always had my Bonds and got them on now.
Super exciting news. Giles as well. You guys have had an epic season so far, the last 3 events. Obviously, the momentum, you guys had to stop for a bit, but I guess the plan is to continue.
That's the plan, yeah. As you say, we've had a good run of it the last 3 events. We had a shaky start in New Zealand, but yeah, hopefully that can continue.
Now, I was listening to the onboards back from San Francisco when the Australian wing went down, and you were the first to say, do we stop? What's happening? What's happening here? Tom, I guess you've had some time to reflect on that. It's probably like you've moved on and you're moving forward, but I mean, it was disappointing to miss Rio, but it sounds like it was the right decision. Can you sort of give everyone an insight into what's been going on to get the wings up and ready to go again?
Yeah, obviously there was a huge investigation into what exactly failed and why that happened. And yeah, we trust the process, and I was part of a lot of the discussions with the designers and different load cases. How could this have happened? And we fully trust that they've done the right move and they've found what they think is the fault. They've reinforced those parts of the wings. All the wings through the fleet were reinforced, and we've been out sailing here on the Hudson, and everything looks good. We're fully confident that the wings are strong and safe.
All right, we know what's happening in the sky, but it's also going to be light this weekend. So we're going to have back on the L boards. What do you reckon, Charles?
It's a good question. I don't know. Like today we're going training and we've got half the fleet are on the HSBs, half the fleet are on the Ls. So I think maybe after today we'll have a better idea of how well the HSBs go in the lighter air. My feeling is that the HSBs go down the wind range a bit better than what maybe everyone assumes, but we'll see. We'll see.
Oh, well, have a great weekend. Congratulations on the signing and enjoy sailing and racing.
Yes, thanks, Lisa.
Thank you. All right, I'll go this way. Pete, it's good to be back in New York. You guys won here last year. What's the secret going to be this weekend?
Yeah, it's such an amazing place to sail. Such a beautiful skyline kind of outlook from the race course with the Statue of Liberty and the Manhattan skyline behind you. But it's a tricky place, a lot of current, a lot of waves. It'll just be about putting together a good week.
Yeah, as you said, I mean, the current and all the wash from the ferries and stuff, it's going to be a bit of a lighter weekend. Generally suits you guys, obviously the win in Dubai. I guess, how much would it mean to get that win this weekend again? Yeah,
it's been an incredibly tight season so far. Obviously 5 different winners, first 5 events, which is pretty unique, I think, in a sporting competition. But it's just going to be about whoever puts their best foot forward this weekend. Make sure you get through to the final and then try and have a good race.
Now, I heard you like diving into the data and getting a bit techie. Has that been good to have a bit more time to really do that, or you just want to go sailing now?
It's felt like a very long gap between races. Obviously, very much the right thing for the league to do. We've tried to kind of keep things marching forward between that gap, so it'll be interesting to see how it all works out.
Awesome, thanks, Pete. Enjoy the racing.
Awesome, thank you.
Cheers. All right, I think the next person I want to chat to is Ruggero Tita, who also has some great commercial news, so let's go find him. He's over here. Well, while we wait for the driver of the Italian team, I've just run into the owner of the Italian team, Asia. Congratulations, huge news, so much momentum for Italy. What was your journey to get here?
Oh, that's, how long do you have? I have to give props to the American team actually, because I was an early investor in the US team. And then once I got under the hood, I realized this is an incredible platform. And I asked why there wasn't an Italian team. I'm Italian. My father sailed a whipwread race 50 years ago and crossed the Indian Ocean. I definitely realized that this was not my father's sailing. This is foiling, racing, adrenaline, men and women on the same boat. And then you add to that made in Italy and the best of that brand, and it was sort of impossible to resist. And then I'm very proud to be working with Gianluca Passi on this project, and we're very proud of our team.
And for you as a sports fan and obviously a co-owner as well, what do you love about SailGP? So people at home watching or they don't know whether to watch, like what brings you into the sport?
I mean, again, how long do you have? I mean, from an adrenaline perspective, it's just you got goosebumps. It's an incredible thing to watch live and on broadcast. Men and women on the same boat is just like mind-blowing and so, really a rarity in sports. It's in the most iconic, beautiful places all over the world, from Italy to Dubai to Saint-Tropez. And frankly, an incredible group of people on and off the water. And of course, as an investor at Muse Capital, it's an incredible financial, commercial opportunity for any investor to get involved in, especially at the ground up. So, I mean, I've been in sports for a long time at this stage. It's not my first rodeo, and this is by far one of the coolest things I've ever done.
That's awesome. It's so great to have you in sailing and to sell the sport and get everyone involved. So,
Forza
nice
Italia, Forza Italia.
Enjoy the weekend. Well, Russell, welcome to the Walkabout. We've finally got you. We're 6 events in. I'm always trying to have a chat to you, but there's been so much going on with SailGP. I'm so excited to be back. You must have been so busy. The organisation has been so busy, but we're here back with 12 boats ready to race.
Yeah, it's good. There's been a lot going on in the background. I mean, incredible job by our tech team to get these boats on the water. I mean, that was a massive undertaking to cut all the shear webs out of the bottom elements of the wings and then build new shear webs with a different core, an aluminium or aluminum core, and new laminate schedule, and then join those back into the wings, and then stick all the control arms and so forth back in. Massive undertaking, and they've done it.
Yeah, so huge. I'm sure the decision to pull out of Rio was hard. All the athletes seemed pretty happy with it.
It actually wasn't hard at all. You know, it was disappointing, but it wasn't a hard decision. It was an obvious decision, and we just had to bite the bullet and do it. Obviously, very disappointing for the Mubadala Brazil team. Obviously a home event would have been massive for them, but much better to have the fleet where we've got it now. Much in a much safer position. I'm just glad that we finally got to the bottom of why these wing failures were happening, and now got on top of it. And we're doing more in that regard. Now the team in Southampton is working on some of the other wing component parts, and we'll be in great shape. Better shape by Portsmouth, and then better again in Geneva.
Yeah, I mean, I guess the league has developed so much. Those athletes are pushing the boat. You're getting the most out of the F50. It's an exciting time. Lots of new ownership going on amongst the teams as well. How proud are you as the CEO?
Yeah, there's a lot going on. I mean, yesterday or the day before, it was yesterday I think we tested the new light wind foils, the front foils, not the light wind rudders yet, and the propulsion system, and the boat was foiling in 4 knots of wind. So massive difference, and that'll have a massive difference, make a massive difference to our product, because it all of a sudden, an event like we saw in Dubai last November, the boats will be foiling around the course. The race will be moving faster. It'll just be a better product. So excited about that. We see those foils and rudders for the first time in Geneva, maybe Saint-Tropez. The rudders, I think, will make a bigger difference than what people think, because it'll stop this business where the stern drops in a manoeuvre. It's really going to keep the trim of the boat stable. So yeah, it'll be a huge difference, I think.
Well, I'm really excited for this weekend. It's been so great to see all the changes and the development, and let's hope we have 12 boats racing here on the Hudson, and I'm sure it's going to be a great time for everyone to watch.
Yeah, looking forward to it.
Thanks, Russell. Thanks for the chat.
See ya.
Well, all the talking is done. It is now time for the racing. I'm so excited to see how it plays out, and I know that you're going to want to tune in too. So watch along all weekend, and I'll catch you soon for the debrief.